Hey everybody. God, I have an update to do. It's not a bad update. It's just I feel like this has been kind of a thing that's been going on with my YouTube life, where it's like, okay, I'll sit down and do this, this, and this. Uh, so if people remember, like maybe a little less than a month ago, like maybe 3 weeks ago or so. I don't remember if it was a month ago or 3 weeks ago at this point. And yes, a month is 4 weeks. I checked. I double checked to make sure I'm not crazy. Uh, so yeah, a little less than a month ago, I did a Fairy Fencer Advent Dark Forces Let's Play or stream playthrough. Wow, that's a hard thing to say sometimes. But yeah, I thought that Let's Play went fine. I didn't skip too much. I did cheat a bit with the DLC and everything, but hey, DLC, I paid for it, right? I will state this, the only reason I haven't been doing the original Fairy Fencer Let's Play, and I do have some of it recorded, I think I posted it, the only reason was I was trying to stay faithful to Nick. And mind you, I don't know what's happened to Nick or anything, and I don't want to give the guy crap or anything, but I feel like that was more of a co-commentary Let's Play that I was going to do with him. So I only recorded a couple episodes. He hasn't missed much that I can't like rebuttal from. I could just tell him what happened. But I will state this right now. Until Nick shows up on Skype or we meet up again, which aka is over Skype because he's not flying from the UK all the way to Canada. that'd be very odd, and I would question him. But until we meet up again, that Let's Play is going to be on hold. I'm sorry. Like, I know a ton of people who probably like Fairy Fencer, and I'm no exception. I love Fairy Fencer, 1 and the remake. I was going to say 1 and 2, but that's not true. The 2 wasn't really a 2, it was a remake. But yeah, that Let's Play is on hold. Hyperdementia, I'm not going to lie, I might end up canceling that. Like, I would love to record and sit down and record it all, but honestly, I haven't been in the mood to play Hyperdementia in a while, like, at all, necessarily, and I would definitely need a co-commentator for that, so it's probably not going to be, like, canceled, but it will be on pushed back, mostly due to the fact that, hey, I don't think my commentary is strong enough for that yet, and I also do say yet. But there is a positive out of everything that came out of this conversation so far, all 2 minutes. I started a new Let's Play of Super Paper Mario, and I don't know if I should say this yet. I think I hinted towards it, and I've told people on Skype what I'm doing, and I know people who are on Skype don't watch my YouTube too much, but if you guys want to say what game it was, sure, I don't mind. But I started a blind Let's Play, which should be going up sometime between now and whenever the hell I feel like updating it. I'm sorry, folks. It's just I don't generally feel comfortable uploading something unless I have a sufficient amount that I could just kick back and relax on. So yeah, that blind Let's Play may be put on hold for a bit. Like not as in recording, but uploading. I generally like to do my sessions of a blind Let's Play or any Let's Play in a set of 10 parts or 10 episodes. Since I know people don't generally like pre-recorded stuff or like stuff like that, it's just kind of how I work. I work in bundles. I don't feel safe unless I get super big because of that Let's Play, which would be impressive, honestly. I would love it. But I don't think I'm going to get really that popular because if people know me, I'm an RPG fan. Like, I don't generally like RPGs that are, action-based, like, say, the Soul Saga. And yes, I know I started a Flame War, effectively. But I don't. I just don't find them fun. Like, they're ridiculous and fun, like, if you get the hang of it. I'm just one of the people who necessarily can't get the hang of it, and I guess that kind of just shows what kind of games I like more. But I do like other, like, generic RPGs, like, say, Final Fantasy V, Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy VI even. I like those types of games. I don't necessarily like Like, I'm not gonna lie, I do like Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is like the one series where I'm just like, okay, I feel good about it. I don't feel like a total noob who dies like every 5 seconds. I just generally like a good open world, like, not open world, but a girl. Wow, that is the case in this point, but that's not what it always means. I like a good story that I can sit back and just enjoy. I don't necessarily like those games where it's like, oh, you gotta be like at so-and-so skill level to like understand and enjoy. I kind of like games that you could just sit back and enjoy on. That's why did I ever post Rune Factory? I don't think I did. I recorded Rune Factory, and then at the time I thought, nah, this isn't gonna work. Like, I just didn't have the commentary for it. And plus, at that point, I didn't beat the game, and I still haven't beat the game, but I feel like I could beat the game on like a Let's Play now. I like games like Tears to Tiara, the first one, and hell, even the second one's really fun. And those games are pretty like BS hard. I've cursed at them, for crying out loud. Or like Artemis War. I like a generic like sit down and play through a fantastic story and kind of develop feelings for the characters that may or may not stay in your party forever. In the case in point of the Recorded War of Artemis, in every generation you lose 3 characters. Mind you, that can be covered up with the characters you gain, but it's still pretty hard. It's still pretty fun. And yes, I've actually almost platinum Artemis War 2. I'm excited if they're ever gonna make a third one. I would be pumped as hell to buy that. But no, like, I've had this conversation on stream too. I hate games nowadays. I'm not gonna lie. This generation of games already, and like, it's not over. It's just, it's barely started. I will state this. But this generation of games just kind of feel like too much action and not enough story. And I don't like to complain about that, because I like to go around slashing stuff. But, let's take a case in point of the games that I wanted to do a stream playthrough of, or a let's play of. The Sword Art Online games. Now, mind you, yes, if you haven't played any other, like, RPG ever in your life, sure, you could like it. You could even, hell, fall in love with it. I'm just saying, for kinda, I wouldn't say I'm a veteran, but I'm pretty diverse in the gaming world. And honestly, the Sword Art Online game, both of them, like Lost Song and Hollow Fragments, it kind of made me just feel, like, empty, like a hollow fragment. It's very weird how that made me feel. But, no, like, I just don't find joy in it anymore, like. And this is why, like, I'm going to talk about something else in a couple minutes, but I just don't like this set of games right now. Like, there have been a couple games, yeah, like, I would say, I would definitely buy this for full price. But not too much. And I don't want to say, like, I'm a bad gamer or anything. Like, I know I'm a pretty okay-ish gamer. And I do say okay-ish. But it's just, games nowadays feel like they require a lot more luck than skill. And, like, true, most RPGs require, like, a luck status to be in effect, like, for critical hits and whatnot. I don't mind that. I really don't. It's just, I think the last RPG I sat down and honestly played, like, through my, I'll say years of experience, but I've only gotten to RPGs, like, super recently again. But, like, after my experience of RPGs, the only RPG I could think of right now that I had a decent time playing was Wild Arms 3, and that was a PS2 game. And, like, I'm not a big fan of the Wild Arms series, too. Like, I'm okay with it. I like 3 and 4 a bit. I've played 1 and 2, but never beat them. And, yeah, like, I just don't have that much time, not time, but I don't have much fun playing games anymore. Like, even today, I was at work. Yeah, I was at work. Woohoo. Such a big shock. But it was basically a dead day. Like, hardly anyone came in. So I'm like, okay, I'll just hop on my computer and, like, see what I could do. And mind you, I did do a lot of stuff. But yeah, I just don't like games nowadays. Like, the Sword Art Online games. Hell, today I honestly went to a website. I loaded up Tetris Attack, And I played Tetris Attack for 4 hours. I was so indulged in it, where I'm just like, puzzles, why not? I love puzzles. And that's sad, because that's a SNES game, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's a SNES game, and yes, I use the emulator, I don't care. I truly don't, because I don't have a copy, or have a SNES. But, I don't know, it's a very weird feeling that I didn't grow up in that era, I really didn't. I was born in 1996, if that says anything, the same year as Super Mario 64. So yeah, I don't know if it's just like me or what, like maybe it's the PlayStation, because I've been playing the PlayStation a lot recently. Well, I guess Grand Kingdom is considered an RPG, but I wouldn't consider it an RPG. I'll more or less call that a tactical war simulation. And, I don't know, like, I also don't like games like Skyrim. Like, I'm going to state this right now. I know a ton of people who like that stuff, but I don't, like, it's... Oh, excuse me. I don't generally like to riff on games, but Skyrim, Dragon Age, etc., it just feels super boring to me for some reason. And like, mind you, yes, I could play on like hard mode or like normal mode. It doesn't change the fact that it's boring. Like, there's a couple games that I play in to a certain point and then I give up on. I think this was proven in Fallout 4. Mind you, I didn't find Fallout 4 that boring. I found it pretty fun. It was very, like, crazy, like, mind your business or, like, go guns blazing and shoot some feral ghouls or something. And, like, it was kind of fun to a degree, but once you get to a certain point in that game, it just kind of gets boring for me. Now, mind you, I realize Fallout is, like, a huge game series, and I'm like, it's not bad. It truly is not bad. I'm just not into that kind of game. Like, I'm more into games like Phoenix Wright, Danganronpa. I'll say Danganronpa, but I've never played it. Well, no, that's a lie. I played it once. I think I beat it, though. I don't know if it's beat or not for me. I also played on a friend's copy, so that explains something. But, yeah, I don't know. It's very weird what I like, and not a whole lot of games, like, fulfill that kind of pleasure for me anymore. So, this also gets me into the next topic, my next couple Let's Plays. I'm still going to be doing the Tales-a-thon and stuff, but I will state this, for a bit now, until games get better in my opinion, or until I feel like recording, etc., etc., I will be using emulators. And yes, I know people are going to go like, you're not a true gamer then, you use online stuff, and that's not how you're supposed to play games. There are also games that are older than I am. Case in point, the first Let's Play of the old times I'm going to be doing, and yes, I said the old times, is probably Lufia 2. I like the Lufia games, and honestly, I took some time today from playing Tetris Attack out of all things. I took some time today and played a fair amount of Lufia 2 just to get used to the controls. I haven't played anything past like the first 2 dungeons. I've only got the first 2 dungeons done. I didn't save the data because I was like, I'm not gonna spoil myself because this is such a great game. But yeah, like I want to do more games like that, and I will go out my way on like websites and stuff to find older games that I could probably Let's Play for you guys. Because I know Grandia has been on my list, and to be fair, I have Grandia 1 on the PS3, but I would have to watch Con Skies a Let's Play of it again, because there's a certain point in Grandia 1 where I'm just like, what do I do? What do I do, Raggy? Like, I kind of have like an oh crap moment. What do I do? Exactly. I guess I could have said. I guess I could have said that to begin with. And yes, Grandia 1 compared to 2 isn't that fun. I don't know if I feel the same. If other people feel the same way about the Grandia series, but I feel 1's really like not lackluster, because lackluster, if I'm not mistaken, means like pretty decent. It feels very not boring, just very questionable. Because if people don't know the end story about Justin and what's her face, you won't get certain things, but I do, and I remember certain things about that. I'm like, oh, that's adorable. And yes, I said adorable. It really is. What else I had to go I'm gonna go let's play, and some of it will be blind. Grandia is one of them. Grandia 2, if I could find a copy of it. The Digimon World games. I've been talking to people, and they say, yeah, you would probably like the Digimon World games. Mind you, this is PS1, still kind of in my era, but I've owned an N64, not a PS1. But yeah, like, I want to do older games. I want to show, like, kind of my roots, if that makes sense, when they're not my roots, because I was 96, and Lufia was like, ooh, wasn't Lufia 2 96 too? Shoot, never mind. But yeah, I want to kind of just show, like, where I found stuff, how I found stuff, and why older games honestly interest me a lot more than newer games. And, like, maybe it's, like, nostalgia for some people, or maybe it's just, like, venturing to do something new. I'm just stating this as a fact that I'm just bored with new games. I truly am. I don't want to be. But how the current market's going, they're going to lose me. Like, all systems, not just PlayStation. Xbox lost me to begin with, because I never liked Xbox until, you know, I found Jet Set Radio Future was for the Xbox original. And then I'm like, gosh dang, I want to go buy an Xbox. And technically, I have one for Jet Set Radio. Shh, don't tell anyone. Not to tell people. But yeah, like, I like more thought out games. Let's say that. I'm not saying Skyrim and other aren't thought out. I'm just saying, what's a new game coming out, like, rather this year or next year? I'm excited. I'm kind of excited for. It's a Final Fantasy game, and it's the Final Fantasy World or something. It's something world. I'm not terribly excited for it, but I'll give it a shot. I always give companies a certain amount of shots and see if they can impress me. And what I've seen so far, it seems very chibi, but very fun in a way. I don't know. I'm kind of searching the market, because, like, the only like people I buy from or would want to buy from nowadays is, like, Nintendo. Mostly just due to the fact that, like, Nintendo has a fair amount of the market that I want. Like, I want to play through. Like the Shin Megami Tensei, like, Fire Emblem game, the what else does Nintendo own that I actually want to play? Like Golden Sun, even though I don't think they make those anymore. But yeah, like, the only people I would want to really buy from nowadays are, like, Nintendo, honestly, and, like, a bit from, like, Sony and etc. Because Last Guardian and Shadow of the Colossus and etc. So yeah, like, I like puzzle action games on top of RPG games, and, like, they can even be their standalone thing. Like, I know this is a remake, and it kind of, like, defies my point, but the DuckTales remake, I freaking love DuckTales already, because of the DuckTales remake, I sat down and watched the entire DuckTales series. If that doesn't say, hey, this is what you missed, this is what you want to see, then people are just retarded. I can't back you guys up who go like, the only game for me is, like, Call of Duty or, like, Assassin's Creed. Creed? I think I said that right. Creed? Yeah, sounds right. But it's like, they're not bad games, true, but they're not fulfilling games, in my opinion. And yes, I know people are like, RPGs, etc., aren't fulfilling, and some of them aren't. I won't lie. Some of them are totally not fulfilling in the damn slightest. But, like, let's take a puzzle game like Phoenix Wright, or hell, even Danganronpa. When you solve a puzzle in those kind of games, it's just like, damn, I've thought for like 20 minutes about this, and I'm like, it's trial and error. You give, you take. You take and you give. So yeah, I don't know, like, I'm going to sit down and play a couple of them just to test them and stuff. But, oh, what's another game? I saw Con Sky play this, and yes, I'm totally saying go to these people and watch their stuff. Like Edo Menso. Edo Menso? No, that's Dano Menso. Or is it Dano? I don't know who I'm thinking about. But Edo, I saw Lufia from originally, and that's why I'm kind of inspired to do Lufia 2 Rise of the Sinistrals, because that's where I first saw it. And Earthbound, because of Chuck Conroy, and other people who kind of inspired me to be Let's Players. Like, Knack289, Quadrax 14. There we go, Dano. That's our hero right there. Nah. Well, Dano knows that to begin with. I like Quadrax. I haven't seen his stuff in a while, but I remember some of his stuff. And yeah, like, those people really inspired me to go on my way and just find games, like, were interesting. And I guess that's why I don't find games fulfilling nowadays, because it's just like, where's the challenge for some of them? Or there's too much challenge, and it's like, kill me! But I feel like in the Super Nintendo / PS1 area, like, that's where games were kind of at their golden peak for me. Or what I feel. And God knows that's totally what I feel when it comes to Mario 64. Man, that redone Let's Play was kind of bad. I liked it, though. It was fun. But yeah, like, it just kind of shows, like, the golden time for gamers, where it's, like, kind of a long past now. Until, like, companies go back to the original roots and, like, oh, right, we should probably do this to make it more fun or interesting, and, like, have characters actually develop and not just go, like, oh, I'm a mute character. Because I know I'm gushing about games right now, but, Grandia, Justin? Yeah, Justin. Justin was never, like, a mute character. He was a very loud, rambunctious, like, little, I would put you under my arm and give you such a nasty noogie. And, like, same with Maxim in a way from Lufia 2. Except Maxim really wasn't that annoying, what I remember character-wise. He was more of a, okay, let's sit down and think about what I'm going to do and not just go guns blazing. Or in his case, swords blazing. So, yeah, this update went on and on for a while, but I think I got my point out. I'm going to be doing new Let's Plays, but they're going to be of old games and via shut up, via emulator. And get mad in the comments, get GLaDOS, get a combustional, yeah, that's not a word. Get a combustible 11, throw it at my house, and go like, take your damn lemons back. Do you know who I am? I am